because we don't have Brian today.
Oh.
I was about to say why, but we just went live. So
Because I wore my Six Gun Gorilla shirt.
well, no, he might come. I sent him a link. I mean, he might, but
he's doing stuff.
He's doing stuff. Basically, I'll put what I was going to say in the private chat.
Okay. Since we all live, and hey everybody, like what? We're live.
Wait, did I type that in the? You know what? I typed it in the wrong keyboard.
You're having a day, aren't you?
I'm having a month.
A month.
Yeah, I'm having a month. Yeah, the two books thing. Working with two illustrators. They're both books are in production. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're like both. So I'm working with both illustrators right now. Trying to get the nonprofit off the ground for the new series, because the whole point of that is I'm going to develop the series, but then hopefully I can raise money to pay for the development of it. I'm not developing it all in my own pocket, but then I want to actually print big numbers so I can do mainstream distribution, but also be able to give away books to boys' homes and to prisoners and to soldiers and to juvenile delinquents.
Sweet. I love that idea.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have like all these resources that I've checked out on how to get, this book into all these hands. So I want, as many as I can print, I can give away. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of books I could give away if the money is there for it. You know what I mean?
Aww.
So, yeah. But so that's the big plan with the Heartless series is, so instead of it being like a floppy, it's going to be the first book is going to be probably a graphic novel about the same size as the first Captain Love book. You know what I mean? About 72 pages, somewhere around the 80 mark, a little bit under, somewhere around there. And because it's a zero issue. You know what I mean? It's an introduction of the character.
Right.
That kind of stuff. And I didn't want to shortchange the story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had the same issue with Wart, so yeah.
Yeah. So so that's what's going on with that. It's it will be an amazing. Sparkle is in the chat right now. My friend Sparkle. She goes, special viewing of indie comics. Who's this cutie?
Hi, Sparkle. I've seen some of your stuff. You are so good. And it's so nice to, kind of meet you, I guess. Kind of, sort of. Hi.
Yeah. Sparkle is one of my best friends, and we do a lot of stuff together. I do promotion on her show, and I do the production and stuff now, and we have some other stuff that we have in the works, and then, so and she also helps promote Captain Love, and she does the voiceover of the Spade character on one of my promo videos, and.
Well, how cool is that? Yeah, I've seen a stream with you and her on it. Like, I guess it's been a couple of months ago.
Is your Instagram Wart the Wizard as well?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's Wart the Wizard is her Instagram. She's asking, so.
Oh.
She wants to follow you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You need to pet that cat. The fact that he's sitting there staring at you and you're not loving on him is bothersome to me.
Well, yeah, that's his way of intimidating me.
Yes, yeah, he's making that direct eye contact, so you know that you're about to get bit because you won't love him.
He's been doing it all morning and all day. So, like this morning, he wanted to get under the blankets. Right. So he started bipping me in the face to lift the blanket up for him.
Oh.
And I'm trying to sleep. You know what I mean? I'm getting this paw.
How cute.
And so I lift up the blanket and he comes underneath and he's all cuddling and then I'm not petting him, right? Mm-hmm. So he starts biting me. Warlock
Hi, Peter.
Holmes. Is that Peter?
I forgot to change the name. Dad was on the CG UK.
Yeah, you were over there.
They were doing Sherlock Holmes. So yeah.
I got you. What's up, man?
Well, it's cute. I like it.
Yeah, so I wasn't petting him under the blanket and he was biting me, right? Aww. And so I'm like, I'm trying to sleep, but he's all like, biting, and then he just started doing it all day. So like after I got up and fed them and all that kind of stuff, he was laying next to me and he kept just biting me, just kept nipping at me, and it's like, he just has not had enough love today. Right now he's trying to bite my arm. he's like forcing it. He's all like, give me both hands, give me all of the love.
Where's the other one? You've got a ton of kitties. Where's the other ones at? How come he's the only one getting that sweet love?
Pepper Potts will be along soon. Most of them are asleep. If you look, you can see cat bodies.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I see him on top of his cat tower sleeping up there.
They're all up there sleeping. Pepper's actually right here. She's sleeping also.
Oh.
Well, maybe not asleep, but she's not far from attack mode. So
she's cute.
Yeah. So yeah, they do their thing. I am swarmed. I need to have like some kind of like show that features them more. But
I thought you were gonna do that. You had a second camera and everything. I thought you were gonna do like a kitty, like a 24-hour a day type kitty cam stream.
Well, I was considering it.
Get a ton of views. Those kind of streams.
I was considering it, but the problem with doing that is that it takes a lot of computer resources. And I'm too busy doing all the things that I need to do. So I would have to get a dedicated computer, which I have a computer that if I swap out the power source on it with a new power source that I bought, which is waiting to happen, I could have a dedicated computer to do that. Mm-hmm. But knowing me, I'll find another use for that computer.
Of course. They miss their chance of stardom.
Oh, if they want stardom, they can get it.
It's honestly though probably for the best, because it seems like you would become like a stage parent, and you would be really hard to deal with, So right. It may be for the best.
I'd be like, oh no, fix your hair.
Right. You would spend all their money, and it'd be a bad situation. They'd have to go and get like emancipated. It'd be a whole thing. So it's probably for the best.
Exactly. It is probably for the best. Yeah. So So it's pretty awesome that you're doing Wart the Wizard 2 finally.
Yes.
Finally. Wart the Wizard, that was your first book. That was the one that started the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And now Wart the Wizard, the first book, you drew it yourself.
I did, yes.
And now Peter's drawing this one, correct?
He is, but we are also on this campaign. We have added a remaster of my original book, where Peter is doing all of the art. Everything is the same except Peter's doing the art. So for those that want to, they can back the remastered version and kind of see Wart the Wizard the way I saw it in my head. I just didn't have the artistic capabilities of bringing it to life, but Peter can. So, we're doing a remaster as well, so people can kind of see what it looked like in my head when I was.
Not only is Peter a skilled artist, but he is fast on the delivery. I am always impressed by how fast Peter kicks stuff out. I mean, it blows my mind, because it's like, I work with illustrators. I have two different illustrators, and they're both very talented, but they're not like lightning fast. You know what I mean? And it's like I would rather have good work than than have it fast and not be great. But but Peter delivers quality work, and he delivers it super fast. So
he does. But now people say Peter is fast, and he is. But the thing about Peter is not really the speed in which he does it. It is the hours that he puts in. Pete lives on maybe 2 hours sleep a day, 3 hours sleep. And the rest of the time he's literally working. Like he's watching TV, but he's doing it while he's working. He's, like no matter what it is he's doing, unless he is eating. And I have even seen him eating while drawing.
Yeah.
So he is fast. Don't get me wrong, but the hours this man puts into his work is just, like, I don't know how he lives. Like, I think he may be robot.
The
He's
thing is,
smart robot.
the thing is, it's like I've always loved drawing, and if I wasn't just like working as an artist, I'd be doing it in my spare time anyway. So so I'd
So
rather
it's
be sitting drawing.
convenient. It's convenient that you're making money doing it because you'd be doing it anyway.
Yeah. I feel like I'm wasting my time if I'm not drawing stuff because I love drawing stuff.
Yeah. I wish I could draw. I wish I could draw.
I do
I
too.
would. I mean, it's like even when I like I'll communicate a lot of detail in a panel, but I can't communicate what I see. You know what I mean? I could tell
Yeah.
you like have it from behind the guy, from over his shoulder. I can get all that detail in, but it's still you never see the exact angle that I see in my head.
No, I
You know?
can't make the lines do what I see in my head. I can get enough out that you know what I'm doing, but yeah, no,
I'm not
kill
even
to
sure.
have Pete's talent.
I'm not even sure I can do that. You know what I mean?
To be honest, for the longest, because I've obviously been doing this since I was like, I don't know, 5 or something like that. Or 7. 7 was the first time I remember, doing stuff. But no, I couldn't do that at first either. I couldn't. It kind of turned out what was in my head, but never quite did. Now it does. It does now.
Yeah.
It turns out exactly what's in my head, but
Yeah, I find it very frustrating because if I have to draw a rough, you know what I mean? It's like I'll watch like say Sim, in a half hour sketch out a whole freaking and it'd be awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peter does the same thing, during a live stream from nothing to a big old finished piece, right? I'll spend an hour trying to do a rough and it'll be a bunch of chicken scratches and mostly eraser marks,
Yep, that's a little bit like mine. I can draw, but I can't do like sequential art as well. It's like, but I could my drawing's actually getting halfway. It's getting halfway decent. I do try to draw a little bit every day, something. So my art is getting a little bit better, but I'm not an artist, so luckily I had Peter, so that's on him now. But I'd like to doodle.
The only trouble is I have about 20 ideas for comics every day. It drives me crazy.
It does.
Yeah. I keep throwing ideas at Mandy, and she's like,
Speaking of
they're all genius, of course.
Speaking of ideas, I actually have a that I've been waiting until we actually talked to tell you that I actually have a little idea sketched out, not scripted, just kind of outlined for a crossover for Pirate Queen and Captain Love.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, that would be fun. And so we can talk about that later, and I'll send it to you, and you can be like, oh, this is interesting, So that would be kind of fun. I want to do a lot of Captain Love crossovers because Captain Love is one of those characters that is iconic enough that you can have him in a bunch of different artistic styles, and you don't have no doubt that's Captain Love. You know what I mean? So it's like. So yeah, but I mean, Pirate Queen. I mean, that's gotta happen. That's gotta happen.
That would be awesome.
Stop sneezing. I got.
Oh, bless you, kitty.
Yeah, they've been passing around an upper respiratory infection.
Oh.
So they've gone from being like super sick to some of them being just kind of sick, you know what I mean, and having it's not like it's a URI is not something that's going to kill a cat,
right, just make them kind of
they just get grumpy, and he was really bad. He's actually doing a lot better now. He was about I'll say maybe Saturday he was just like drooling, just dripping from his face. He would sneeze and it'd send it everywhere.
Oh, well, maybe that's why he's wanting love today. He's had some bad days, and now he's feeling better, and he's ready for some good loving.
Maybe that's it. He did stray away from the loving a little bit because when I would pet him like this, he'd start purring, and that would make all the.
Oh no! Poor baby.
Yeah. right now, the big fat mother of his and a bunch of them, she's actually her. She actually, I think she started the infection around,
Right.
but she's got it bad right now.
Oh.
She's like, I can tell they get it bad because they want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of get by themselves. They just want to be by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
She still wants me to come up and give her love and all that, but she's not eating like she does. She normally eats like anytime there's food around. She's like, I want first, and
Mm-hmm.
but she's not. But she'll be fine. Like in a few days,
Right.
she'll be good to go.
Always boiled chicken for mine when they're sick.
Yeah,
I don't bland ass boiled chicken, but it seems to help.
I go and get the baby food.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? The
Mm-hmm.
the pre-cooked already
Mm-hmm.
in the jar.
Right.
What do they call it? They actually have a name for it. The babysitter baby food or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sitter food or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I go and get them that for treats and for when they're sick and they're not eating real, because I can force feed that to them and they don't mind.
Right.
I can just hold their mouth open and boop, and then they fight for a second. They're like, "Oh, okay, can I have more?"
Right.
So yeah,
Oh.
well rotten like that. And then the outdoor cats are super cute right now too. So they're because spring's coming, they're starting to like come out of the holes and cubbies and hang out and roll around in the grass and the sun and stuff. So it's like, and I'm so excited. You guys are gonna be able to see pictures of my garden this spring.
Yay! I picture your yard to look like. Have you ever seen Sleepwalkers from Stephen King? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, you know how many cats are in the yard?
Yeah.
That's what I picture Drew's yard looks like with all the kitties everywhere. Like he's a sleepwalker.
When I'm feeding them, there are kitties everywhere.
I've seen it. Remember, I used to make you shake their treat jar.
Yeah.
And they would all just like
they swarm. Yeah. Yeah. In the backyard when I go out there, there's about 5 to 6 cats. They just go out there and hang out with me when I'm out in my garden. And like, so I intend to have video footage of because when my flowers are going to be blooming, I have a lot of roses. Like I've cloned, I have like 50 plants, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And then my wisteria, one of the plants is getting ready to just really explode. So I'm going to be, taking that out. And then a couple of the other wisterias are going to bloom the first time this year. And I'm like, are they what color? The little buds that come up are white, so they might be white blooms, but they just might be white buds with blue blooms. I have no idea. So I'm just kind of like, I'm excited about some of that. And then I have other flowers that I've planted that I haven't seen bloom yet. And then I have some seeds to plant. So I have like all this stuff going on. This is the first year that I can really give my garden attention in a while. So it's I'm excited to share that with everybody when it happens.
That's gonna be awesome. And look at you with a green thumb.
Yeah,
plant stuffs.
Yeah, actually, that is my sanity. Out of everything that goes on in my life, that's like the one thing I do that doesn't like require like a time crunch. There's nobody pushing me to do it. It's always there. It's nice and quiet and calm out there. I can just, and it's like, even like I can work technically while I'm out there because I can think about whatever I'm doing. If I'm writing something or coding or whatever, if I get stuck, I can just go out there and look at the plants, watch them grow, training vines, clipping stuff, watering, whatever I need to do out there. And then, I'm also going to be doing a pretty fun project here. So like, I feed them wet food, right? So and I get the Friskies brand, which is aluminum cans. So I have a lot of aluminum that's like put aside, and I'm going to basically make a foundry in the ground. I was looking at different ways to make the foundry, and I'm going to actually dig a hole, put charcoal briquettes in there, put a crucible, and just melt the heck out of all that aluminum, melt it down. I don't know what I'm going to do with the aluminum yet. You know what I mean? I might I'm going to use it for something. Yeah, it's
Well,
gonna.
how cool is that?
Hopefully, it's something that'll end up in a crowdfunding campaign or something. You know what I mean?
When you're out there in your garden, do you wear overalls or do you wear like low cut jeans so like your butt crack will hang out so you can like entice the neighbors? Do you do?
I usually wear whatever I happen to be wearing, but I have a pair of mud boots. You know, those big old huge.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll change from my house slippers to my mud boots to go out. You know, that's about as far as I go when I get. But if I'm going to be working really hard and kicking up a lot of dirt, I do have like specific clothes that that I'll wear for that.
Yeah, I have crap clothes. That's what I call them. My crap clothes that are stained and stuff that like I'll use like when I'm mowing the grass or something.
Right.
And put on my old shoes that are already all grass stained up because I ain't wearing my new ones. So yeah.
Yeah, I always wear the mud boots out there because if I step in animal poop, I'm not worried about it. I can just hose it off.
No, makes sense. I do think you need to get you a pair of overalls and no shirt and possibly a straw hat or just low rise jeans. So while you're out there, you can like kind of get your butt to pop out a little bit and entice the neighbors. And be like, look at my cucumbers. They're bigger than your, you can.
My little plumber's crack for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh man, the overalls thing that would be that would kind of be interesting. It's I'm more of a what do you call those pants, cargo pants kind of guy versus a coveralls, what was it, overalls kind of guy. I'm more of a automotive coveralls kind of setup than a
So you're pulling the Mike Myers look while you're out there.
Yeah,
the Michael Myers jam.
Yeah, more or less. If I that's I'm more of the gearhead in the garden than the redneck farmer in the garden, you might say.
All right. Well, I still think the overalls with no shirt would be better, but you know what? Whatever's.
You first, Mandy.
You don't worry about what I wear when I go garden.
I
got an entire outfit dedicated to gardening.
Probably, yeah. Is it pink?
Yes, and my shears match my gloves and my little
shears.
gardening clogs. I do.
Well, she's Southern, so she's got that whole Southern belle, gardening outfit, probably.
I do. I have this little
the big
apron.
Hat, the big hat.
Yes, the hat, exactly.
You need a pink chainsaw.
They don't make pink chainsaws.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yes,
I'm not allowed to touch chainsaws anymore, though. I wasn't supposed to touch it last time, but I've been again told I'm not allowed to do that because of my shrubbery attack.
Lack of shrubbery now.
Now, but guess what? The neighbors ain't bitched all season. They shut their mouths, so it worked.
I did exactly the same thing with mine. They bitched and bitched about the hedge, and then it ended up a foot tall. Bitch now.
Awesome. now bitch
now. Yeah. So I've been staying extremely busy. The garden is something I that's my sanity. So I've been getting it, and then you guys will be seeing a lot of that of this because spring's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Last spring I was just not up for it. You know what I mean? With the pandemic and everything, it was just I was just not dealing with my garden. And then the spring before that, I was trying to get my life back in order from a big breakup. So. Yeah. As well as producing the last bit of Captain Love, so it has been just this constant drumbeat for me.
Right. But it's nice you're going to take the time to do that this year and go and, even if you're only out there for, 30 minutes, that's 30 minutes of, fresh air and your mind can think and
And vitamin D. You get vitamin D that way.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
And then you can, eat some of the stuff you plant. I'm planting some watermelon this year and pumpkins.
I was considering planting some blueberries, actually.
Ooh, that would be good.
Because they grow really good in my area. So
do they?
Yeah.
That would be good. I ought to plant some peaches, but that takes forever with a peach tree.
Yeah,
But I
they
should
did, and
I
then
should plant some
you'll end up with a lot of
bees.
not bees. Yes, bees when the tree's blooming, but the when you have the fruit on it, you're gonna have to treat the fruit, or you're gonna end up with a bunch of fruit flies and worms.
Ah, fruit flies are a nightmare. Yeah, yeah. I've got a bit of pear tree, huge pear tree
Ew, I
outside.
wonder if my grandfather did that because when I was a kid, he had a lot of fruit trees in his backyard. And when we would go over there, I would just go outside and like climb the trees, and I'd be eating like peaches and apples and just whatever, muscadines and everything that they were planting out there. So I wonder if he ever did that because I never noticed any like bugs or anything, but I would just pull them straight off the tree and
Well,
eat them.
he would if he was growing a lot of fruit like that, he probably did have some kind of must have some kind of method of treatment. There's all kinds of different things. There's stuff you can do in the soil. There's stuff that you can spray on them. There's you don't have to spray the fruit. You spray the tree. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I never noticed him out there but of course I may just not have been there when he was doing it, but I did really like going out there and just pulling like an apple. Yeah. And just a fresh apple.
And then there are some areas of the country where you don't really need to do that. Like the natural weather is hindered to that kind of insect. So,
could be.
But we have a lot of orchards here, and they have to.
Yeah.
I'm always aware of like that kind of stuff. And I won't get strawberries from the farmer markets, even though they look really good and they're really big and that kind of stuff, because it's like every time I've gotten strawberries from the farmer markets, I'll like eat one or two out of the basket, and then I'll like be holding one and I'll be like, there's a little wormhole in that. You know what I mean? It's like, did I eat a worm on another one and not realize it? And I throw them
out. No. Yeah. So. Oh no. That sounds, yeah. That sounds bad because it's not like a worm in tequila, right?
Right. No.
It ain't gonna help you get messed up or anything.
Yeah, it's not a caterpillar that's been soaking in tequila for months. It's.
Would you eat the worm?
I always eat the worm.
Do you, Pete? Do you eat the worm?
Do I eat the worm?
Yeah, if you were drinking tequila and it was the tequila with the worm in it, would you eat it? Ugh, hell no, I wouldn't eat the worm.
It's the best bit.
Ugh, nasty. No, not for me.
Yeah, well, after you've drank the whole bottle of tequila,
you might. Then okay, yes. After I've taken, honestly, for me, it'd be like 2 like little chugs out of it. But okay. If I am just completely drunk on tequila, I might eat the worm just so I can be a badass.
Trust me, if you were drunk on tequila, you wouldn't even notice it if you ate the worm.
No.
Wait. Somebody said tequila, and I showed up to shoot them right the fuck down. We drink whiskey in this house, Drew.
I am not allowed to drink whiskey because it makes me fight.
Oh, you become a badass when you drink whiskey.
I get in fights when I drink whiskey. I always have that fuck or fight attitude. I get either really horny or I get really because I can't find someone to be horny with, I get really irritable and fight. Yeah.
I had an uncle who had what we called it small man syndrome. And he was a little guy. He was like 5'3" and weighed like probably 120 pounds soaking wet. But he would always go to bars and get drunk, and then he'd like try to start fights with people, and he'd be like,
"Okay,
you want a piece of this? You want?" And he'd always get his ass kicked, but it was kind of funny.
What normally happens, because I'm really tall, what normally happens is those guys with small man syndrome, the person they try and pick a fight with is usually me.
The biggest guy in the room, right? They go into it with prison rules.
Yeah.
Before we go any further in this interview, I have to know, as a Southern myself, where are you from with that accent?
Georgia.
Okay.
Right. She's from Mandyville.
Mandeville, Georgia. Not really Mandyville though. Just
Not really Mandyville.
Not really Mandyville.
I've never heard you speak. So this is kind of a culture shock for me. Like I expected like a West Coast Valley Girl thing to happen.
Oh God, no. She does that though.
Then we get the Georgia girl, and I'm just like, okay, I can live with this. Okay.
But Church, you just totally outed yourself that you've never like watched her show. So
I mean, I don't watch anybody's show. I don't even watch your show if I'm not on it.
That's
I work for a living. Everybody knows that. You just go online and I'm just like, oh, I have to be in bed for work in the morning. Have fun. Chat and leave.
yeah. Church is fun though. Church is fun. He has a show on Saturday nights where they just talk a lot of mad smack and drink heavily.
Yeah.
And I love to go on there occasionally and crack open a drink, because when Church and I are both drinking, just look out. One of us is gonna piss the other one off.
Oh, goodness.
I'll start rooting for Trump or something, or he'll start smacking Trump or something, and it'll just be over.
Or what was it last time? It wasn't even Trump. It was we were talking about Batman or something, and
Yeah, no, don't get him a comic deal now. I've been reading these books for 30-something years.
He takes it personal.
Did y'all see Donald DeLay's picture that he took of some of his comics? It made me cringe so bad I couldn't hardly take it. He's got all his comics just thrown in this big like Tupperware container. They're like all laying on top of each other, and it's like, no.
You know that's not true. That he's just he's done that on purpose. Like all the shitty food he tweets.
He just bought a long box to troll people with. That's what happened. He bought a long box to troll people.
That's
I'm
like that
looking at it and I'm like, no, you're gonna dog ear all of those, and they're not in bags and boards. What are you doing?
It's like that picture he put up the other day of some chili, and he got like crackers mixed in with it, all kinds of crap. It looked horrible.
If you really want to hurt somebody, like really deep down in the soul, hurt somebody, get your Alex Ross autograph book, and then you put it on top of that pile in the Tupperware.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put a copy of Squirrel Girl on top. That'll do.
You gotta get the Alex
Squirrel
Ross
Girl.
autograph, because that man doesn't sign anything.
I couldn't take it. I want to get him a long box and make him bag and board all of those comics, put them in right.
Stretch goal for Wart the Wizard 2. Get a long box for Donald DeLay.
Yeah.
At $5,000, we'll get a long box and bags and boards for Donald DeLay.
Mind you, I want to talk. I've got 2 copies of Wrightson's Frankenstein just lying on the floor here.
And then we'll send
fine condition
with the long box.
Peter, pick your books up off the floor.
I just picked them up.
It's gonna drive Mandy nuts now, Peter.
I know it's there now. I'm gonna text him like at 3 a.m. and be like, "You got that off the floor yet? You picked those books up?"
I'll move them. There's also a copy of Wart the Wizard next to them, so there you go.
You threw my book on the floor.
It's the reference one I use for.
Oh, okay.
You'll have to send me another one.
Wait.
Always needed.
You threw the special edition on the floor, the rare copy?
Yep. It's next to where I do my work. It's reference,
Try to figure out how red Peter Gilmore's face is right now.
Funny. So, did everybody tweet out the show? Like,
Yep.
Okay, good. Excellent. So let's talk some Wart the Wizard here. So obviously this is Portal of Echoes.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about how this is drawn by Peter, and then he will be doing a remastered version of the first book.
Yes.
I noticed that you have a narwhal cover here.
Yes, is that not the coolest thing ever?
I didn't know. Mandy said she was going to ask him, and I was like,
when does this cover bacon? That's what I need to know.
When what?
When does this cover bacon?
When does it bacon?
Yeah, the narwhal bacon's at midnight. So.
Oh.
That's right. Me more. Get with it.
Yeah, I did, when she said, I was like, no. I'm trying to figure out how Narwhal would draw it, because we've all seen Narwhal style, and he killed it, absolutely killed it, brilliant.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like the little dragon.
That's not a slight on Narwhal, by the way. Me saying that's like I was just trying to work it out in my head.
Definitely,
What
it
it to
was
be.
a slight on Narwhal. Narwhal, you should come fight this guy.
Yeah, bring it on, Soy Zorro.
Soy Zorro. Oh, that's funny.
God damn, that's a low blow. Even I wasn't gonna take.
I love Nana.
No.
So you're at 5,200, so you're like 1,000% funded, which is great. And you still have 5 days of your first 30, right?
First 30, yes, and we will be extending, of course. So
right, and then you'll be in demand afterwards, and
yes,
and so people will be able to pick this up. And when is it going to be finished and shipping?
Oh,
Ships estimated to June 2021. It says.
yeah.
Oh,
I would like to have it before that, and it is possible. But I have to do. While this will be, I'll be fulfilling Pirate Queen as I am ordering the Wart the Wizard books. So it'll be like I hope to finish Pirate Queen fulfillment and just jump straight in to Wart the Wizard fulfillment. So with any luck, it'll go faster. But yeah, we have it planned for June right now. So that would be the latest, though. Would be June.
Yeah, I mean it'll be drawn well before then.
well before that. Yeah, it's just I'm fulfilling everything myself, so I have to reasonably be able to fulfill 2 books. So finish one, jump straight into the next one. So
I noticed you guys have a horror another horror book coming out. That was a Jack the Ripper, but not Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a while. Do you want to explain that one, Pete?
Yeah, I mean it's. I've wanted to do like a black and white, just like really crazy line art, tons of detail and stuff for ages. And I've been throwing ideas at Mandy, and we've been kicking things around. And then I showed her that one, and she's like, "Yes, let's do that one." So I'm kind of just working on that a little bit at a time, in between other things, because it's like 4 days a page just for the line work. So
yeah, that looks like a lot of art.
It's a back burner. It's a back burner thing.
This one it'll probably be a year before we can even reasonably consider it. Pete has to, the way he works right now, he's doing very cartoony art, but he needs to keep his skill sharp. So he's working on this one just here and there, just a little bit every day, just to keep his, keep his skills as sharp and stuff as he's working on kind of more.
If I jump from,
sorry,
go on.
You got to keep the pen hand strong.
Yeah.
It's if I jump from if I just did Wart the Wizard and then jumped onto something like that, it'd be crap. So I have to do a little bit every day.
To backtrack real quick, you say you were filling yourself. Have you used a fulfillment service before?
No, I've always done it myself until I get, I would love for it to happen, but until I get a campaign that's just so big that it's like, oh wow, there's no way, I'm gonna keep doing it myself because.
The reason I ask is because quality control seems to be kind of up in the air with fulfillment services. You get issues where people are just slapping shipping labels on the back of a comic and shipping them.
Yeah.
I got one of those.
And so I wouldn't want that. I'm very, very careful with my fulfillment. I buy the Geminis. I make sure all the books are bagged and boarded. I wrap them very carefully in bubble wrap as well. I make sure that the boxes are really tight and so the book ain't sliding. And so, I trust myself to do it.
Well, you consider all that into your shipping fees as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So that's something that I've always been kind of curious about. Obviously, it's easy to make a joke. Well, it cost me $5 to send a comic book. Why are you charging me $15? Well, I mean, nobody thinks about the foot of bubble wrap you're going to use. Nobody thinks about the Gemini mailer that costs a couple of bucks. Nobody thinks about
the time that it takes to do it.
The
Well, yeah.
time.
Well,
The
you've got to
time.
pay yourself for it, yeah.
Yeah.
Even
And
for
you
going the
got to have some slack for the damaged and the resends and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep, and then
Drew
you
and I
have to
talked about a
pay.
book that I got in damaged recently, and I mean, there's definitely something to be said about making sure your package is tight, sealed up, everything is ready to go. WandaVision just released the Monica Rambeau with powers,
Uh-huh.
and my wife, big Monica Rambeau fan, because her costume had pockets. As a woman, I'm sure you can relate.
Yes.
So I started looking for the second appearance because the first appearance is like $500. It's an Amazing Spider-Man book. Little known fact: Monica Rambeau first showed up as Captain Marvel in Amazing Spider-Man. But the Avengers cover has been shooting up in price, so I snagged one off of eBay for like $50. And
Nice.
that thing came just like it was a crowd-funded book. I mean, it was taped to the cardboard. You had to cut through 2 layers of cardboard to even see the book.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it had fragile written all over it, whatever that Italian word means.
Fragile.
But, and then you have certain
your pops is
campaigns.
giving you some grief, Mandy. He's all, Mandy goes on everyone's show but mine. What's up?
You've never asked me. Hit me up in DMs. You've never asked me if I would come on your stream. Of course I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's watch your trailer.
Oh, God. Wait, nobody told me I was getting worse ended. He's having a D&D campaign on his own.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. I mean, like it's like you actually have been doing so many books as either editor, writer, you know what I mean, like whatever at this point that you guys pretty much almost have to stop calling yourselves indie and start calling yourselves a publishing company.
Oh.
That actually raises a question. Where did Stuntman Comics come from?
So I went through a bunch of names and I wanted something kitschy. I wanted something like like Rockstar Games. It's just catchy, right? It just kind of rolls off the tongue. So there was this game that I played forever ago. It was called Stuntman. I don't know if anybody played it,
Yes.
but I played Stuntman, and it was the hardest game once you got to the final levels of it, like driving the tut-tut and stuff. Mm-hmm. So while I was sitting there kind of just brainstorming names, and I had a little piece of paper and I was just writing down stuff, and I looked up and right there was Stuntman sitting on my entertainment center. And I was like, Stuntman Comics. Oh my God, it's perfect. So yeah, I went with Stuntman Comics. So yeah, I like the way it sounded. It rolled off my tongue good.
Could have been Somersville Comics, and you just let that go. Somersville. I'm going to copyright that now. Little small print, not in affiliation with Mandy Summers. Not.
Oh gosh. So, what can we expect in Portal of Echoes?
Okay, for the first time in this book, Wart will actually be leaving the realm of Brightmoor. He will not be staying. You know, in the first one, he pretty much stayed in Brightmoor the entire book. This time, he's going to be leaving because there are actually like connecting worlds that powerful artifacts can open. Hence, the Portal of Echoes, right? Wart will be mainly in Lochmoor, which is kind of a water place. So yeah, he's lost. He's trying to get home. He has his, the dragon you were talking about. That is what was in the orb. When the orb broke in the first one, it wasn't really an orb. Wart thought it was, but it wasn't. It was actually an egg. And so now he has his baby dragon, Lixion, he's a special kind of dragon. He is a portal dragon. He makes portals. But so obviously he's a baby right now. So when he hiccups, he makes portals accidentally. He can't control his powers because he's a tiny baby. So
he makes the portals with his mouth then, right?
Yes. Okay. Like a typical dragon would blow like fire, right?
Okay.
He would make a portal, just, and a portal pop open. So, but because he's a baby, he can't control any of that now. So like a hiccup can cause it, a sneeze, anything along those lines can make a portal open up. Let's see, everybody is after this portal dragon. So Wart's trying to keep his dragon and get away from all the people that he kind of irritated in the first book. And that's what Grave Moss is after, the villain. That's what he's after also, is the portal dragon. Because once this dragon gets fully grown, this is going to be a really, really powerful dragon. So everybody is after him because he is the only thing that can actually open the Portal of Echoes, which is the only way to get to the legendary realm of Destiny Oasis. So, which is where the Book of Life is. And that is kind of where this takes place, is they're trying to get the Book of Life, which it can bring the dead back to life. Or if you're alive, it kind of can save your state in a way. It like saves your travels and allows a one-time res. And it'll take him back to exactly where he was when he read it. You know what I mean? So he can actually use this as kind of a res if he ends up dying later. But yeah, basically Wart is lost in this one and he's just trying to get home. So yeah, and when I talk about the worlds, think of it from because a lot of this book comes from my influence from video games. So think about it like in Mario, where there's all of these different worlds. There's a water world, there's a desert world, there's this world. That is kind of what this dragon is going to do for Wart. Allow him to go to all of these new realms, all of these new worlds, meet all new critters, all new monsters, all new friends, and make a lot more enemies. So yeah, that's kind of where this one is going to pick up at.
Nice. So he gets to make a lot of enemies.
Yeah, well, he's already got a bunch, in the first one, the bandit's angry. Grey Moss is obviously just absolutely furious with him. The troll that he met is angry. So he
pisses a lot of people off in the first book.
Yeah, he angers a lot of people in the first book because Wart is, even though he's loving and he is sweet, he's also kind of an asshole. So he has a lot of asshole tendencies. So, he ends up irking a lot of people on his adventures. So he will continue to do that, except now he has the baby dragon irking him back. So,
so the baby dragon kind of teaches him a lesson?
A little bit. The baby dragon is definitely going to you know, it's gonna have his hands full with this little baby dragon that, because like I said, it is a baby at this point. He's not, you know, his senses are that of, you know, a little kid. So he's gonna get Wart into a lot of issues because he's a baby and Wart has no idea how to care for a baby dragon. So yeah.
Kind of like Incredibles 2, where Jack is just like unruly.
Yes, just exactly.
Well, very
After he's
cool.
killed, I know all about unruly.
he has children.
I feel it.
I'm obligated to say that on every stream I'm on, Drew. Just get used to it.
What, that you have children?
Yes.
What are they watching?
It's in his contract.
As a parent, I have to relegate everything back to fatherhood.
Yeah.
Okay. If you say so. I've never been a dad. You know, I mean, the closest I ever been was my ex's kids, and you know,
that counts.
If I had, I mean, I cared about them, but if I had too much, I could just leave. You know what I mean? So.
I mean,
yeah, but still though, did you ever lay in bed at night, like with those kids, and worry about like something that they had to do the next day, or like, are they going to do well at school, or did I remember to go buy the peanut butter to make their sandwiches for lunch? Did you ever do that?
No, I never had any of those worries. I did help them with their homework and stuff like that a lot. And follow up, and I still kind of do every once in a while when they need help. You know, I mean, I I still communicate with them and stuff because
that's
like
sweet.
But it's still, you know, it's nothing like real dadness. Like I see what other guys go through as dads, and it's nothing like that. Nothing, not even close. You know, I got just the good and very little of the bad.
Right. Yeah. And I'm so sorry. Let me tell Pops Van Zant. Okay. Yes, I will. I accept your invitation, good sir. I know you said you're off Twitter. Are you on Facebook or?
Yeah, he's on Facebook. He's actually these are coming from Facebook right now. So.
Oh, okay. Yes, hit me up on Facebook. I have a Facebook too. Hit me up on Facebook and we'll schedule it. Okay? Because I'm so sorry. If you did ask me, I don't remember it. And with you being gone off Twitter, I probably wouldn't have remembered. But yes, I would love to come on. So just hit me up. I would love to. And hey, X Allen, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Hex? What's going on, Mel? And then
sorry.
We got Joseph saying hi, Wart. And
hey, Joseph.
And then Doomsday was in here singing.
Ooh, Captain Love to the rescue. Yeah. That song gets stuck in my head every time I hear it. And I cuss at you, Drew.
Well, I'm glad it's catchy.
It's very catchy. Very catchy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to burn everybody out with that for a while.
With you forever.
Yeah. We'll probably have to make it stick around forever.
Yes.
All right. So what do we got? These are images from the remastered comparison. Right
yes.
Here?
Yes. As you can see, on the left-hand side is my art. On the right-hand side is what Peter has done with it. So you can see the huge improvement between mine and his. So.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's been a lot easier because I'm using Mandy's pages as like the thumbnail, you know, the breakdowns and stuff.
Yeah, as rough, so, basically.
Yeah. There's a couple of bits and pieces where I've strayed away a little bit, but
wait, this
barely any.
What's that, Church?
Is this the Peter Gilmore?
Yes.
Like we referred to him in the third person. His name doesn't give it away.
Right, the Warlock Holmes.
Yeah, I forgot to change it after I was on the stream like earlier on.
You Brit Bongs know what you're doing over there with comic books. I salute you.
Yep. We certainly do.
I mean, you guys grew up with Dread though, so
2000 AD, yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic, yeah. It's still my favorite, you know, comic. Still is. Always will be, I think. 2000 AD. Well,
pretty good
apart from
comic. I still think my favorite is Flash Gordon, even though like reading it today, in comparison to like the stories are just kind of very rudimentary and the artwork is totally old school. I mean, but
there's
I
there was a
something about
campaign.
them. There's just
There's a
something
campaign
about them.
on Indiegogo not long ago. Not like a Comicsgate book or anything, but it's by a group called All Luck Comics, and they do that kind of thing. But like now, it's great, really good. So keep an eye out for those. They're good.
You
In
talk
fact, I
about
think I
things
sent Mandy my spare copies, didn't I?
You
The second
did.
I did. There you go.
You did. Yeah.
You talk about stuff not holding up, and then I'm just sitting here as a Doc Savage fan, being like, "What are you talking about?"
Doc Savage, yes.
Man Runs, basically the what Johnny Quest would have been.
So Bob says he sent you a friend request and an invite to the madness. Yeah, there's comic book madness. Trust me, that's where he's at on Facebook. And Pops is he doesn't make books. He is a devoted promoter.
Oh, well, awesome, and thank you so much. Yeah, as soon as we're done, I'll hit you up. Yay! I love going new places.
Drew, I hate to do it, man, but my battery is dying very quickly, and I am portable because the children are still awake. Do you mind
All right, brother.
Well, graceful exit?
Yeah, go ahead. Make sure you plug your show very, very significantly.
All right. Gospel of Comics, Saturday and or Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Church of Failure on Church Failure at Twitter. Mandy, if you'd like to come on, Peter, if you'd like to come on, when you guys go into your second month or whatever. I think we're booked up this week, but we'd love to have you on and bring your news because that's what we do.
Yes, we would love to. And it was so good meeting you.
Always.
Like actually interacting like this.
Likewise. Like I said, I've been a fan of you guys from afar. I don't typically meet a lot of people unless they're on Drew's show or I can convince them to come on mine. We don't have a huge audience, but we do pretty well on the replay. So.
And it's fun. It's fun.
It sounds awesome.
Unless I'm there, because I like to throw the wrench in it. So.
You guys monkey wrench in?
Mute Drew, so it's fine. I'll shoot you guys a Discord invite this week, and we can get it scheduled maybe next week after.
Yes, cool. Awesome. That sounds great.
All right. Well, I will humbly bow out because I am at 1% and about to go down.
Oh shit!
See you guys later.
Yeah.
All right, man. Take it easy, Church. Talk to you later.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, Church is my friend. He's a good dude. Yeah. It's funny because he and I will totally like getting on each other's nerves if we like start a debate and we're like on different sides of it because neither of us back down. You know what I mean? And even like even if like one of us is completely wrong, we still won't back down.
Right.
But it's funny because it's like because like on his show, when we go on his show, we get very inebriated, and so we're like debating and we're like seriously buzzed, and it will go to the point to where like in most cases, most of the time, not every time, but most of the time, I will push him so far he just can't say anything anymore. He's stumbling over his words, and he's all just so frustrated. He'll just like leave.
Just fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's great. Hey, El Gargle, how are you, love bug? I've not seen you in a minute. I hope things have been going good. He's a sweetheart too. Of course, that's what you pull up, Rod, is to say he's a sweetheart, but there we go.
And then of course Hex has to follow that up with So your stretch goals, 5,000, which you've reached, the double-sided bookmark unlocked. Okay, and then 10K, you guys are doing trading card 1, 15K trader card 2, 20K print 1, 25K print 2. So you guys gonna really push for that 25? You gonna stay in demand for a while? What's the plan on that?
No, I don't like, I mean, I will stay in demand until I am starting actual fulfillment. But I think Pete and I both agree we don't like staying in demand a extreme amount of time just because we have the next book that we're ready to go on. And I don't feel comfortable launching another one if I'm not fulfilling, I don't need to have another one. I need to always, at all times, I need to be fulfilling one and running another one. It should constantly stay like that. So I want to move on to the next book as soon as this one is done. And to do that, I need to fulfill it and get it done. So
I was even cagey about talking about the Jack the Ripper book because people can be, but it's one of those ideas you got to put it out there so no one else does it, sort of thing.
Even though we're not coming out with that for like another year.
Exactly.
We wanted to get it out there. But this, we will go in demand. But we're talking about like maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then the books will be ordered and we'll start the fulfillment. I always make sure that I get the sample copy. So I'll have to wait for the sample copy to come in, make any changes if they're needed. And then, yes, it'll be in demand, but not for an extended amount of time. If it doesn't do as good as the first one, it just didn't do as good as the first one, and we move on to the next one. So we don't leave them in demand for really, really long periods because the next one's coming right after this one. Well, not the next Wart the Wizard, but the next book.
The beauty is you guys still always have the digital files, and if the market ever explodes, you guys can always do second runs and stuff like that.
Of course. And we will, I am a big believer in, when you launch a campaign, you should always offer the books, the books that they may have missed if they are new. Because there's a lot of books. So when I came into Comicsgate, like there was not a lot, I say a lot, it wasn't really a lot, but I can't even remember what they were now, but there was like one or two that they didn't offer the book one, and I wasn't here for book one, and so I could never get it, and that made me kind of I backed them anyways, but it kind of makes you like, well, if I can't read the first one, do I even want to get the second one? So this will be available again, when we run Wart the Wizard 3. We will have these available again for people, and any of the extras, I always put them over on stuntmancomics.com to sell off any of the extra, because I always order extra for damages, stuff like that. So once I find out that there are no damages, everybody's happy with their product, then I'll put those up for Stuntman Comics. You can get them there.
Yeah, and all your merch and all kinds of stuff.
All the merchandise, all that good stuff. So,
how's that all working out? You selling much merch through your website and stuff?
It's not. It's not like I'm not retiring off of it by any means, but it does quite well. I end up, maybe 10 sales on different stuff a month. Somebody may come in and buy Wart the Wizard 1. They want the copy that I did, and stuff like that. So we do occasionally, about 10 a month, anywhere around, give or take a few. So not bad.
Gonna start putting original art on there, aren't we, as well? And
we're gonna add some original art. So it's a really, it helps.
Yeah. Well, I can see where if you start putting original art on there, you'll probably drive more collectors over to that. I mean, obviously it's always hard, even though it's just the web. One click away. It's always hard. It seems to get people to go to websites.
Yeah. It seems hard to get people to leave like Twitter or whatever just to go and
It's like I'm not trying to make you go to a physical store and and be harassed by a salesperson. You know what I mean? You just show up at the website and pick what you like.
But weirdly, people will click. They'll click to go to YouTube, but not to. I don't know. Our website's dead. Don't people use them?
We get pretty good clicks though on it. When I look at how many people visit, it's doing quite well on like views and stuff like that. So no, it's just another. I try to make myself available, like in multiple places. You know, it's just another way to easily find my books. I do updates on there about, you know, what streams I've been on, what streams I'm going to. It's got links to, you know, my Minds, my Facebook, my Twitter, so it's just like the one stop for everything Mandy, I guess. So it's nice, and it was fun building it. It's been a while since I built a website, so it was really fun actually building.
Looks really good, really good.
Thank you, yeah. Thank you.
I'm impressed, and I don't know how you found the time.
Red Bulls.
Red
Bull. Lots of Red Bulls, sir.
Yeah, finding times is difficult.
It's very difficult. Yes.
Like I find that that whenever I do find time, that the things that I plan to do in that time zone tend to not coordinate with me. You know?
Yep.
Yeah. So that the worst thing I ran into was fulfillment on chapter 2. Like I actually set aside like a whole week to get the fulfillment done, because that's normally what I do. Usually when, you know, I get everything's ready and boom, fulfillment's done.
Right.
But this time they gave me top loaders instead of for the trading cards instead of sealers. You know what I mean? And then I sent them back. They sent me the wrong ones. I paid for sealers. You know what I mean? They sent me the wrong, so I sent them back. And then they sent me top loaders again.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so so after waiting like for 3 weeks, you know what I mean, for the right things that I already paid for, I was like, forget it, you know, just give me a refund and I'm gonna buy them over here, you know. And I had to wait for them. So like that put me like nearly a month behind just getting the things to put the trading cards in.
Yes, and it's stuff like that you know, you can have everything planned perfectly. And I mean, on paper, it's beautiful, it's flawless. But then you run into some shit like that. Like even with Super Dead, I had an issue with the bags of boards because I ordered 500 of them. So I was but it was weird the way they said it, because like the bags were in their container, like they're, you know, like they were new, but the boards were loose. They weren't sealed or anything, and I thought that was weird. But
that is weird. The bags and board I buy, the boards and bags are both in their individual sealed packages.
Exactly. It didn't come like that, and I already thought, oh, well, that's odd, but okay, we're gonna go with it. So because I didn't want to dick with ordering more and sending these back, so I was like, okay, we're just gonna go with it. So I'm putting all the boards, you know, in the bags, and I get to the end out of the all 500, and there's like 30 of them that didn't have the board. So now I'm trying to contact them, and they're like, well, I'll refund you, like, I don't know, like $20. And I'm like, no, I don't want a refund, because then I gotta go and buy 50 from somebody else. And now, because it's not like you can go and buy like some random number of bags and boards. They come in 50, 100, one, you know what I mean? They come in numbers. So yeah, anyways, I was like, just send me what I ordered. Just send me the rest of the board so I can fit. He did. So, but I mean, he was like giving me shit about it. So that ended up taking about 5 days. I argued, and then I had to wait for the new boards to come in. So that slowed me down. So yeah, you can plan it all day, but you can't.
Yeah. And so I haven't had the I mean, I have been splitting days with everything that I normally have to do and trying to pack books to go, you know. And it's so much harder to, you know, to just like stop and then switch over to something. You know what I mean? And then like, because I mean, you know, you have a routine, you have a scenario, you're like boom, 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 you know where everything's at. You have to like recatch up to make sure that you're not forgetting anything. It's so much harder splitting it up like this. You know what I mean? And it bothers me because I want to get them all out right away. You know what I mean? Yes.
And then you get the extra stress of you don't want to disappoint your backers, you know what I mean? And you don't want to upset them. You want them to know how much they mean to you. by
Mhm.
doing it in a timely manner and not kind of dick them around. But when you're being dicked around, it's like, oh gosh, no, so yeah, it's
Right.
just the name of the game, I guess, just trying to dodge the mind. Just
Exactly.
constant trying to dodge them. So yeah.
Well, next time I'll be a little bit better prepared. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'll instead of like just locking away 1 week, I'll lock away like a way to to block a week. You know what I mean? Like so
Right.
instead of saying, okay, I know that from this date to this date I can do it, I'll be like, oh, I know that whenever this stuff is ready, I can put everything aside because I'll be on top of it, and I'll still have issues with clients calling and stuff coming up in the mix, but it won't be anything like this problem. I mean, this was just like everything that could go wrong went wrong. I mean, I even like this time I was going to go with a local screen printer for the shirts because I knew how many I was going to get. Because I had an order. You know what I mean? I was like, I knew how many to get, so I was going to get it over on some of the sizes and stuff. And no, that went horrible. They took forever, right? And then when the shirts came, they were all wrong. I'm like, yeah.
Oh no.
So I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to go the way I went before. I'm going to have them shipped directly from the manufacturer, and it's like, what are you supposed to do? I mean, what are you supposed to do when you like, you try something new and it doesn't go well? You give, a local business, you give them a chance, because so you could save like $5 here, or whatever, and no, it ends up being a disaster. It's just, yeah. Someday when there's the project is big enough where the money is there, you know what I mean? That changes the world though, because people when you have the money to do everything gold ticket style, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. One day, one of mine's going to do well enough that I'm going to be able to call like John Baylor to be like, hey, I need to use your fulfillment center, good sir. One day.
Yeah, well, maybe your kids will be old
We'll
enough
get
by
there.
then. You could just hire them.
Yeah, you didn't hear what they did to me with, was it Super Dad or was it, God, I don't even remember what book it was, but I got up to go to the bathroom, like 60 seconds tops. I got up, went into the bathroom. I came back and I had been, it must have been Wart the Wizard because I was
It was
signing
Wart
them.
the Wizard.
Yeah, I was signing them. And I had just laid the Sharpie, put the lid on the Sharpie and walked to go to the bathroom. I came back and my little boy had signed 5 copies of Wart the Wizard. And I'm like, no.
I told you I wanted
only
one of those.
ordered so many. No. So, yeah.
So
we have 5.
Dom is asking if Wart the Wizard has merch.
Yes, of course. Yeah, and that's go to Stuntman Comics, or you can go to Comics Avalon. Either of those you can find. Stuntman Comics will take you to Comics Avalon. But yes, we have coffee cups and we have t-shirts and God, we got all kinds of stuff. So yeah, we do have, yeah, we do.
Oh yeah, there's on Stuntman Comics. There's some sketch cards and stuff on there as well.
Yes, we have sketch cards. We have, so definitely there is merchandise.
So let's see here. You're at 5245 with 74 backers. And let's see. Your featured is all 3 books plus 2 sketch cards.
Mm-hmm.
So that is both the new and then also the original. When you say all 3 books,
it's going to come with Portal of Echoes, Peter's cover, and Narwhal's cover. It will also come with the remastered, so you'll get the remastered version of Wart the Wizard 1, and then it comes with 2 sketch cards, one by Peter and one by myself.
Okay, so you're getting both covers of Portal of Echoes and then the remastered. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And then let's see here. And then this one is just the Portal of Echoes. And that's the Gilmore cover.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, I have to like, okay, so you said that, okay, so it's Brightmoor is the name of the town in the first book. And you said that in the second one, he's mostly in what town, you said?
Lockmore.
Is there a Gilmore town? Sure.
no, but there should be. It would be a bunch of grumpy artists standing around
Oh,
going,
wow.
meh. I'm just joking, Peter.
Damn it.
I like to torment. We may have to add that.
I'm
Just
just
a
wondering.
just a signpost leading, you know.
Just a signpost. Yeah, just what town you never visit. It's just always there though.
Yeah. Just somebody passes by, never goes in there at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, and then the Portal of Echoes Narwhal cover
Yes.
is available, and then
Mhm.
you have the remastered of the first book, and
Yes.
then you have the this is both covers, the Gilmore and Narwhal cover, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
You keep them simple. We can get through these fast.
Yes.
And then this is Wart 1 and 2. So this is the remastered Wart and the Gilmore cover
Yep.
of the Snail.
Right.
Okay. All
Right.
So you and then this is the first book is Gilmore cover too, right?
It
So-
is, yeah. The
It
So,
is,
wraparound
technically they're both Gilmore covers.
Yes. Yeah.
Technically. All right, and then this is a Wart 1 and 2 with the Narwhal cover
Mhm.
and Gilmore cover. And and
Yeah.
then this one's all three books without the trading cards, right? So
That's
it's the
right,
same
yes.
as this, but without the trading cards.
Uh-huh.
And then we have the Magic Treasure Chest.
Yes.
Now this is gonna this had to, like, when you were coming up with the title of this, there must have been some jokes.
A few.
Yeah. What did I put? World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, this one is our big one. This one gets you almost everything. You get both Portal of Echoes, Narwhal, and Peter's cover. You get the remastered. You get a sketch card from me. You get a sketch kiss card that I had some available from the first campaign. So I have it. Do I have one out here? I don't have one out here right now. That's weird. But it comes with a sketch kiss card that was available in the first one. It also comes with you get the original Wart the Wizard #1 with Peter's cover. That is also the way you can get Simon's cover, and also the way you can get the Vic King cover of the original Wart the Wizard campaign, the one that I did all the art on. That's how you would get that. So that's why there's only 5 available, because I am pulling some stuff from the last campaign that I had extra and putting it onto this one. So there were only 5. I only had 5 extra of the sketch kiss cards. So that's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My cat decided to step on the computer and close the window.
Bad kitty.
He's I don't know if you guys can see, he's right on the computer right now. He's sitting
Yeah.
on it.
Oh.
Yeah, the two of them, they like to hassle me. So. All right, so that's a $200 bucket of everything, right?
It is.
And then
Yeah.
so we got 3 books and the cover art. So now that's the cover art we see right here, like the
That
side,
is.
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes, that's Peter's original art for this. It's what the size is, Pete? I can't remember, but it's big.
Yeah, 11 by 17,
Yeah.
Bristol board, etc. Yeah, the usual
Yeah.
that people want. Yeah.
Excellent. And then 3 books, Map of Brightmoor, which is gone.
Mhm.
Which is been
Yeah.
yeah.
That sold out really, really fast, actually.
That was like the first or second backer. Got that,
Yeah, that one went really, really quick. So
Well, fantastic. So this is exciting. You're on your second book, and you've been kicking out so many books. I mean, like, in what? It's been. I've known you. I mean, you're like one of the first people I met in CG. I mean, I met a lot of people, but I mean, all at the same time. But you're like one of the first people I met. We've known each other pretty much the whole time I've been in CG, and hanging out. And so that's been like what, almost 2 years now.
yeah,
And you were just starting. I mean, Wart the Wizard was like a brand new campaign then.
it was. Yeah. Yes, it was. My things have changed so much in 2 years.
Yeah.
A lot of books been putting out, I mean, a serious, like, actual comic business has been born.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, I mean, obviously, it's not like a retire on lucrative, but I mean, the extra money it has to be a little bit nice,
Of
Yeah.
course. And it's fun. It's like I spent and I don't know if a lot of people probably won't understand this. I spent the last probably up until 2 years ago, I spent the last few years of my life taking care of my kids, sitting at home. I'm a housewife. I'm a stay-at-home mom. So there was never, and when I would go out with people, they weren't into comic books. All we did was we talked about our kids. We talked about, what's going on at the school. We talked about fundraisers and stuff like that. This gave me an out to be able to talk to people that are into the same kind of stuff I am, which I was desperate for. To be able to talk about some of the stuff that I'm actually interested in, like comic books and video games and, Magic the Gathering. And so even just money completely aside, the fact that I'm able to, like, hang out with people that all like the same stuff I like. And even if they don't, they know about the stuff I like, at least, like, I can't go to, like, one of these moms on the playground and be like, yo, they're making a new Battle Chasers. And, like, what? They're going to look at me like, what the hell is she talking about? So, no, it's to me, this is just, like, fun. It's fun. I get to hang out and make friends. And, I don't feel so alone in the world where, there's nobody around me to hang out with and talk nerdy stuff. So, no, I think it's awesome. This is cool.
Yeah, and now you have friends all over the world.
Yes. And they all will talk to me about comic books and games and all the nerdy stuff that I like. So, and teach me about nerdy stuff I didn't even know that I liked. So I'm learning about I'm kind of getting into the weeb stuff a little bit now because I'm learning a little bit about it. So little by little, they're kind of getting me more weebish a little bit. So
weebish. Good God. That's a path I can't follow you down, I'm afraid.
So this Comics Gate is amazing. And this is, like I said, it's fun. There's some aspects that are not fun, but for the most part, this is a blast. So,
well,
I
awesome.
don't think there's been a day in the last 2.5 years that I've not been drawing a comic page.
Right?
Which is cool.
Now, Peter. Now, are you able to focus on making comics full time now, right? Because you're producing enough comics to where is it paying the bills, or are you still having to do side work?
No, that's pretty much all I'm doing at the moment. I mean, I've got like a couple of online stores where I sell, just merch and bits and pieces. But yeah, it's all going well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, the only thing that you guys need to do is figure out how to leverage existing stuff. You know what I mean? So that every time you come out, there's more money versus less money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the trick. Is once you guys master that, whenever you put something out, it's going to be as profitable or more profitable than the previous thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because inflation. So.
Well, this is it as well, and like Mandy was saying, you've always got like the previous issues to put on each campaign, and so technically it should just get bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And it will.
Well, here's the thing, right? So the fall of 2021, conventions come back. You know what I mean? And I mean, there are some conventions going on here and there. I've heard about them, but not in California. You know what I mean? In California, we don't have, and then so I'll be able to, basically this year is pretty much another dry year. You know what I mean? Summer and spring, that's the biggest convention time, but I do have stuff lined up for the fall, so hopefully those won't get canceled like they did last year. And so I'm excited about that because whenever I do a convention, Captain Love goes over like gangbusters, you know, and and I have so much merch, and I have standees, and I have backdrops, and you know what I
I'll
mean.
say
So,
yes. I've seen all the stuff you had. Like I saw. Oh no, I guess it was a couple months ago. You were actually at like a convention, I guess, and
that was October.
you
That's how
had.
long ago it was. Yeah.
Was it October?
Was it that
Wow.
long ago?
Yeah.
Wow, gosh, it doesn't seem like that long ago.
And-
But yeah, I
and
saw
comic-
you sitting
comic
there and
book
you
time.
had you had your stuff. It was cool. I'm so ready to go to a convention. I haven't been to one yet since I've been like a creator.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Like, I just want to talk to people and like hang out, be like, what? Come here and give me a hug, sir. You know, I want to hang out with people.
Well, I definitely I don't know, like honestly, it's like I've been doing comics for 2 years that are actually like selling them. I've been producing comics longer than that because it took a long time to create the first Captain Love book, but but it's like the whole convention thing, like when I was ready to do conventions, I only got to do a few before it, and they weren't. I didn't get to do any of the big ones,
right?
You know what I
Because
mean?
the bug, so
Right.
they closed. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything got shut down. So it was just a disaster. So I don't even really know what to expect other than the few times I was able to do something and see what kind of response that I was getting. So it's like I'm excited to see how that goes, and if the California conventions go over real well, I'm gonna try some of the ones that are further across the country, and which means that I'll probably end up in your neck of the woods, and then and then if you don't have your own booth, you come and sit at mine. Damn it!
Yeah, no problem. And then, but afterwards, we have to go get a drink. We have to. We have to go get a drink.
What? We're not gonna have a bottle under the table?
I'll bring a flask in my purse. Well,
people are like, oh, what is he doing under there?
yeah. We'll sneak it under the table. We'll hit the flask. Get in the flask.
You can do all this so long as you stick me on an iPad in the corner.
Yeah, we're gonna make you one of those little robot, like with the iPad thing. So, like from Big Bang Theory, so you can kind of move around.
Do it, yes. I can go around bothering people.
What we gotta do is like those they have those internet enabled remote control robots. You know what I mean? So we could just have your like face on an iPad, like, and he can just be there holding it up, and then you can just like control him from your side of the internet.
See,
so he
the only thing is I don't trust like the signs that Mandy would stick on it that I wouldn't be able to see. Or what she'd dress it up like,
It's all wearing a pink dress.
Yeah, wearing a pink dress saying "kick me" on the back.
I would make it beautiful.
Like a pretty princess.
I would bling that robot out, good sir. I'd have you dressed like number 5.
I'd be bedazzled.
Number 5. Johnny 5.
Johnny 5.
Oh man, it's fun. We don't hang out enough. I need to come on your channel more often.
You do.
Yeah, need to hang out more because I've been so busy, and then it's like it's like one of those things where I'm so busy. You know what I mean? Like whenever I go on a thing, it's always about pushing books, pushing books instead of just hanging out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I can't even, like, the only time I actually ever go on, like, seriously, the only time I ever go on a channel to hang out, it's Church's channel,
Oh, well, you are more than welcome on mine anytime. I'm usually not doing anything of any value or importance over there, but see, you could have been there while I was making that costume, and you could have helped me.
Yeah,
with my costume making.
Well, when you have a wild hair, send me invites and stuff, because right now I got nothing that's ready to be pushed. You know what I mean? So, but I have no problem hanging out and making jokes. I'm good at that.
Cool. Yeah, I'll start dropping you links and just click them if you're not busy, and don't if you are. So yeah. Get you over there with us a little bit more. And I just want everybody to know, even though I'm disappointed Brian is not here, because I wore this specific, because last time I was here I wore my Captain Love shirt. So this time I thought, well, I'm going to wear my 6-gun gorilla. So everybody, there it is, you guys. 6-gun gorilla. Like, what? Love that book. Love that book. So yeah, check it out, you guys. Ron's awesome.
Yeah.
Just reminded me that I forgot typing. I finished up with typing what I was typing. So.
Oh, you did? Oh my gosh, that was like an hour and a half ago. I forgot. Yeah.
So now, if you look in the private chat, you'll understand why he's not here today.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally understandable.
Yeah, it really is. But we love Brian. You know what I mean? Brian hasn't been on the channel very much recently because he's been dealing with a lot of just really heavy stuff.
Yeah.
But he always has a home here, and he knows it. And I send him links every time, and he knows he's welcome. And what's this here? Hold on. So we got Dom throwing stuff out here. You got the Ghetto Busters. Ghetto Busters is a I don't know, not even like B rated movie, but it's like a movie that local guys made around here. It's like a comedy thing that has a little bit of momentum locally. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the Ghetto Buster things come from.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Dom here, he's a filmmaker in my area, so we're
Oh, how cool is that?
So that's getting crossover.
We just seem to get a lot of zombie movies getting made around here. Don't know why, but yeah,
because they're easy to make. Because they're probably the easiest of horror films of all films to make. Because you spend so much time shooting footage of people in makeup and zombie costumes walking around going, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that fills up almost the whole thing. So yeah, it's really, and you don't have to have much of a plot to have a zombie movie. You can just, these people are running from this for some reason.
Yeah.
There's
not. Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's any exceptions. No, not really. Yeah, it's literally just zombies.
The only thing that would be easier than a zombie movie would be a simplified vampire movie. But if you start going to the vampire effects where they have the hardcore thing, if they fly, if you have to pierce their chest and blood spurts, that all of a sudden it's more complicated than a zombie movie.
Yeah. Yeah, zombie movie, you just need a bag of sausages and some red syrup.
Exactly. And as zombie movies, I mean, it's really easy to have a fake arm drop off because you just have your arm behind your back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just falls out your shirt. You know what I mean? It's like
exactly.
No, I want to see a movie. I want to see a comedy zombie movie called The Zombie Lepers.
Oh my God. There'd be no danger at all. They'd just fall apart completely.
They're zombies, but they all have leprosy.
Yeah. That would be great.
Yeah, they start chasing you, and then they're just a head rolling.
I'd watch it.
Yeah,
I definitely watch that.
You definitely don't want to catch that zombieism.
No. Ooh, itchy. Just a bunch of zombies just standing around scratching themselves.
Like, are they zombies or are they crackheads? Which is it?
Yeah. Crackhead zombies.
That was a Chappelle joke, actually. He does that crackhead thing where he has the little white around his mouth and he's always
Yeah.
There was a joke he did once where like he was spoofing that he was a zombie, that they mistaked him for a zombie and he was just a crackhead.
Chappelle's so funny.
Yeah, the Chappelle show's great.
Yeah,
it's so hilarious. I'm trying to bring back up your page again so that we can show it off one more time here. My cat keeps rolling over onto my keyboard, and
don't blame that kitty.
It's his fault. It's all his fault.
Don't you blame that kitty. You go get him a treat because you done hurt his feelings.
Oh, no, they're gonna get treats. They know that about this time the sun just going down. They're like, it's feeding time, and he has not fed us yet.
Oh yeah, then they're gonna start yowling.
Yeah, and then they're gonna be demanding about the treats. And that's just how it goes. So everybody, if you have not yet taken the chance, the link to this is in the chat. I should have done that earlier, so people could have found it earlier. But this also airs on Facebook and Twitter. And I would say that probably like 2/3 of my views happen after the show is over.
Yes.
So there will probably be lots of people that will be able to find the link after the fact, and you can easily search Wart the Wizard on Indiegogo, and both books will come up: the campaign that's closed and the campaign that's open.
Yeah.
And Mandy has a YouTube channel called Mandy Summers. And make sure you follow her because she's doing all kinds of stuff. They have the girls' night thing that they do. She has her regular show that she airs, and who knows what else she does now. I mean,
Magic the Gathering.
I'm really into magic right now, so there's been a lot of magic talk. Like there's cards laying, there's magic cards everywhere. What? Oh, like that was a dual-sided.
Just nerds.
Nerds.
I usually drop into the chat in the stream and like, hello, right, leave you to it, nerds. Bye.
Yeah, he calls me a nerd all the time because I like magic, but I don't care.
Magic the Gathering, not just magic. She doesn't.
No, not just magic in general. But I do like magic in general too, though. But I'm an avid Magic the Gathering player, and as soon as Friday Night Magic comes back, your girl's gonna go and dominate because I done made like the ultimate angel set. It's unbeatable. I say it's unbeatable. Somebody could have beat it.
Off again.
Yeah. Now the guys that play over at the comic book shop here in town, they play for money. I have no idea how they do that, but they have monetized
yeah, of course.
Well, that tungsten in the chat. Yeah, she should do actual magic, I think. Magic Mandy.
Oh, I need to buy a magic kit and see if I can pull stuff out of a hat.
If you do that, you have to get an oversized hat and a beard.
I also need the magic. I'll have to wear the assistant's outfit, like the black, like.
I don't know. You could go
a bathing suit. It looks like a bikini, kinda, but it's one piece.
You could go all Zatanna. Go all Zatanna on this.
Yeah, with the sparkly like one piece, and then the hat and the little cloak. Yeah, I could some heels.
Do it.
Yeah, now I want to. now there's an outfit involved, so I'm down. I'm down for it now. I done got my whole outfit planned. I'm ready to go.
We have a request for a trick here.
Cut a person.
Yes.
Not me.
Well, I'll have to work up to it though. But yes, Tungsten, that is exactly. I like the way you're thinking, and I love that you put that much faith that I won't kill somebody. So
with a pink chainsaw.
Pink chainsaw. Yeah, they do have pink chainsaws. I've never seen a gas powered one, but I have seen the electric one. They do come electric. The pink chainsaws.
Well, now I'm gonna have to get one. Now I know they exist, so I'm gonna have to get it. I have a pink toolbox, and all of my tools are pink, like my hammer and my screwdriver.
See that I'm laughing because a toolbox is also a slang, a nickname for a place to put the tool.
Yeah.
The toolbox, and it's not straight sex. It's actually gay sex. So it's like the sphincter.
The toolbox. That's the name of a gay club.
Holy shit! And we've learned something new today.
So by the way, says, and I got a pink toolbox. Like
they do make gas powered pink chainsaws. I just googled it.
Gas powered pink ones.
Style do one, and Husqvarna do one. There you go. That's horrifying.
I need it now.
Oh dear, there's one here with sparkles on it too. Good God.
Ooh.
The sparkly pink chainsaw.
Okay.
Why?
That's the one for me.
You know what? Now, one step further, if they can just like find a way to like catch some glitter with the chain itself and just throw glitter out when you're cutting something, that
I would be
be
unstoppable. I would be cutting every tree down in like a 10-mile radius just so I could watch the little sparkles go everywhere.
The Georgia Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, that would be funny. That would just be funny. Oh yeah, the silliness that we create when we. Now I was like, somebody else. Come on, somebody else who's watching this. Back Wart the Wizard. I mean, I'm sure that most of us have already backed the book, but somebody else who's watching, get this thing up to 75. I want to see this go to 75 backers. I think we can do. I think we can do one more backer during this stream and get this thing to 75.
Aww.
Right. So who's in the chat that's going to back the book? All right. It's $25 plus shipping. You can do it. No matter who you are, you can manage that.
And I do ship really good, you guys. So like
Gemini's,
I do. Gemini's, bubble wrap. Like what? Your book will be protected all day, every day.
All day, every day. All day, every day. Especially if you never open it, then it's really gets protected all day, every day.
Yes. Yeah. If you just like throw it in a corner or something.
Yeah.
Be good for years.
But sadly, that's happened to a lot of confiscate books these days.
I think so. People just ain't got the time.
I know that I'm behind on my reading. I open them up and I look at them and then I like put them back and then then I tell myself, you know what, I'm going to do a video, or of something for this video and for this book and to show the unboxing and all this stuff, and then I tell myself that, but I never find the time to actually shoot that stupid video.
Oh, you should.
Dude, I used to Sunday morning. I'd coffee, read a book. Now Sunday mornings, get up and draw.
Yeah, my Sunday mornings used to be a lot lazier, but now I volunteer at and go to church on Sunday morning, so I tend to be a little bit more busy because of that. It's funny how like I go from being a complete heathen and not going to church to going to church and I got no free time now. So it's like hey, take all my time.
Hey, I would say this though. I don't know about your church, but mine does all of these like potluck dinners and stuff, and all of these little old ladies be making these really southern good recipes and bringing them in. Oh my god!
I was just talking about that. In fact, Church and I were talking about this yesterday after the stream from yesterday, where we were kicking back in the back and we're talking about how I wish at my church. Because it is Southern Baptist Conference. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I wish that my church would have those potlucks.
They don't do that with the Southern Baptists. They don't do that.
Well, they might do that, but I haven't been going since they've just they mean seriously just for the last couple of weeks they've opened church back up for people to come in.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And they're going to go to 3 services in a couple of Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So because they've only been 2 services before, but now they're doing 3 so they can accommodate everybody,
right? Yeah, those are amazing. I have got all of my best recipes came from a church potluck. Every single one of my best recipes came from there. So
I don't have any good recipes.
Food. I like food a lot. So
if I can't make it in the microwave, it doesn't get cooked by me. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, no. So I'm a eater. I like food. Lots of food. So.
I actually have developed a food obsession. I did a 21-day fast recently, and then during that time before, food was just food. As long as it fed me, I was fine. After now, I'm I think about food. I dream about food. When I'm hungry, I'm worried about when it's going to come. I mean, I'm not poor. I can afford food. You know what I mean? It's just I've developed a food obsession, and like lame food, just like before, like seriously, just junk, like frozen dinner that didn't even have any flavor was fine before. It doesn't cut it now.
No.
No, no,
No.
it's not okay. So it's in a way that's like the downside of the whole thing. This whole food obsession now. It's like it's borderline. It's really borderline. Like what do they call them? Eating disorders. It's a borderline.
Right.
It's like a borderline eating disorder. So it's it's definitely a food obsession though. Like yeah, and I'm like when I can actually like go to restaurants that have all these different things on the menu and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be like before. I would only order what I knew. You know what I mean? Like I like this. I'm gonna stick with this. I'm not gonna try anything new. However, now I probably like spend a lot more time looking at the menu when I almost never looked at the menu, and I'll probably like try stuff that's different that I've never tried before. You know what I mean? And just because it's like now food is so much more interesting to me than it was before. So
Mandy loves new and different foods, don't you, Mandy?
No. I like what I like. I'm not I don't try a lot of new foods. I like unless it's candy. Now you tell me like Little Debbie done made a new cake or there's a new flavor ice cream that's not something disgusting like bacon flavor or something. But something like that, I'm down for it. But I'm not very adventurous when it comes to foods. I like Southern food.
Southern food's pretty adventurous in some cases. I'm just
It can be. Just don't go to a nut fry because they're not peanuts.
A
Don't.
Nut fry.
Oh my god.
What is that? What?
That is where they take like testicles and they fry them. They deep fry them, and they trick you by calling it a nut fry, and you think it's going to be some kind of form of peanuts or cashews, or no, it's not. It doesn't
sound like something. Doesn't sound like something that's like going to be massively popular.
Wasn't for me. I thought it was peanuts.
Texas, it's a Beatty Saw Massacre. I'm missing the joke behind that. Let's see here. I don't. He's also Dom saying he's going to back the book. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. So
nice.
I'm still trying to push that 75 though right now. Let's see if we can if we can make that happen. Who's here? Who's in the chat still? Somebody sound off. You in the chat still? Is Hex still here? Is El Gargoyle, are you still here? They probably already both backed the book already.
Probably.
Let's see.
Well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a fresh coat. This one is this ain't gonna work for me.
It gone flat. It gone flat.
Yeah, it's yuck.
Get him back that book. I'm colouring it at the moment. Well, I'm actually colouring a page.
So how you been, Pete?
Good, man. Yeah, all good. Busy. Really, 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 really busy.
Yeah.
So
hey,
yeah,
you need to DM me your mailing address so I can send you the poster that you drew.
Oh yeah, will do, man. Will do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Or you can either that would send it to Mandy and it'll be cheaper for you, and then she can send it when she sends all the other stuff she's got to send me.
Right.
Because otherwise, yeah, I mean, international shipping. But yeah, I'll send you my address anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, no, the shipping for the poster tube isn't going to be any cheaper, no matter any way I do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
this is true.
It'll get there.
This is true.
Tungsten says he's still here. Tungsten, have you backed the book? If you haven't backed the book, back the book. Back Wart the Wizard. Let's get this thing to 75.
I mean, yeah, everything's just non-stop. I've just been in work, Comicsgate, and working with Mandy and Wyatt. It just kept me in work. And of course, I've done bits and pieces for Tug as well. So I just did some more little bits and pieces for him. Yeah, doing that. Working on, I've just worked on a bit of a redesign for Rocket Girl, because me and Wyatt are talking about that again, about putting together ideas for the new book. I've gone a little bit more because she was kind of cartoony before. I've gone a bit more Frank Cho, shall we say?
Okay.
Yeah, which is kind of, I don't know. Is
So
that big headed?
A little more detail, a little more shading. Yeah,
detail shading, a little bit more realistic. Yeah.
A little more realism on the boobage.
Yeah, I'd show you some, but I don't want you to get your channel flagged.
My channel doesn't get flagged on that kind of stuff. Usually, it gets flagged for what we show as far as horror films.
Yeah. That, and then just even when I'm not. I mean, I'm doing like 2 pages of Wart at the moment, 2 pages a day from that's ink colored, lettered, everything, which is pretty quick.
So Dom says the Texas Baby Saw massacre was because of the glitter on the chainsaw.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Got to do it. You'll cover it in stickers as well, though, won't you? No doubt. It'll be covered in dinosaur stickers.
You have to. How do you not?
Dinosaur stickers, huh?
Yeah.
I do that for all of my channel members. Like when I send them their cards, I put a dino sticker. Well, now I'm using Baby Yoda stickers, but I was using dinosaur stickers for all my envelopes. Because I'm hardcore pornosaur.
Oh, that's right. Now, okay, so what's the status of the hardcore pornosaur? Because you actually wrote that book, right? How many pages was that thing?
Oh wow, like 16. It's like a little short novella. It's short. It wasn't like a long a long book. It was a joke. Is actually what it was I did not know that dinosaur erotica existed. And then I went on with graded 0.5 and they showed me that this is a thing. And I was like, well, I could write dinosaur erotica. So I did. And yeah it's stupid. It's dumb and silly.
The next dumb and silly question that's more or less obvious is, does it translate to a comic book medium?
I have actually had a couple of artists have offered to make that into a comic book. And I'm like,
no. I mean, you could, but you'd have to change it, wouldn't you?
It's so ridiculous. Like the girls on the book starts with a girl, going on a vacation and she's on a plane. But then raptors attack the plane and bring the raptors flying on the back of pterodactyls, jump off the pterodactyl and bust through the plane and take her to the dino sex island.
Would make a badass comic, that bit would, though. It's just the rest of the stuff later on.
Just the rest of the story is.
It's so stupid. I'm not joking. It's so stupid. The girl, the main character of the book, is an idiot, and she looks at this dinosaur and she's like, "I've never thought I'd see a dinosaur so ripped and shit like that." It's goofy. It's goofy shit, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I have my next one that I am threatening to work on, but I haven't done it yet. Is I have so it's going to be another short novella about a group of explorers, right? That are going and exploring, like the ocean bottom, the ocean floor. They're looking for, treasure or whatever. They come across a boat, a sank ship. And as they are like exploring the ship, a gay pirate shows up because they're messing with his booty, so now he's gonna take theirs.
They're messing with his booty.
So
it's a gay pirate ghost. Don't forget the ghost bit.
Yes, he's a ghost. He's a gay pirate ghost that's
looking to take your booty.
That's looking to take your booty. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my next book.
Oh, by the way, Well, while we're talking about this stuff, if anyone wants the original artwork from Hardcore Pornosaur, the cover, I've just put it up for sale. I wasn't going to. I wanted to keep it, but no, I'm going to sell it.
So what are you going to call this new book?
There have been a few names, but I have not stuck to one yet. But
There have been
you know,
many
there
names.
have been so many people giving me suggestions. Now I'm gonna have to get in the right mind frame, which takes certain things. I have to get in the right mind frame to sit down and write this masterpiece. So
Yeah. And
it'll
also
all
many suggestions for the name of the pirate.
What's that?
I don't know if they're repeatable. Are they?
Yeah, you can say it.
The only one I can remember is Long Dong Silver, but
That was one, yes. That was Charlie's suggestion for it. Was
that's a porn
Silver.
star's name, though.
I was going to say I think he's already. I think that's a porn star.
Yeah, I think that was Charlie's suggestion. Like I said, I haven't actually pounded out the plans for it yet. You get it? Pounded out the plans. I haven't actually sat there and planned it out yet. But it will eventually happen, and when it does, it is going to be amazing, and it's going to be awe-inspiring, I feel. Inspiring.
Inspiring.
You got to do it, and you got to release it on Talk Like a Pirate Day.
There's a Talk Like a Pirate Day?
International, yeah, it's been going for like 5 years now.
I thought that was just some bullshit on my Sims game, because my Sims have Talk Like a Pirate Day that comes around.
I just thought it was some bullshit on Facebook they used to do when they would switch they would switch the language on Facebook for one day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for it anyway. Talk Like a Pirate Day.
I swear most of my friends on Facebook are pirates. I swear if you guys go to my Facebook page and you look at my friends list, it's like, what, how does he know so many pirates? I honestly, I think it's just because of just socialization. You know what I mean? It's just like those people put out the funniest memes. So it's like, so I ended up with friends with and there's so many Florida pirates that I'm friends with. It's just unreal.
Well, that's cool.
It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know any of them in person except one. I do know one of them because she was my sister's best friend. When we were growing up. So I know her. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the rest of the pirates I've never met in person.
Well, just know the book is coming, and
so is the pirate.
So is the pirate.
Let your pirate friends know that I'm making a pirate book that is about a gay pirate, a ghost gay pirate.
What was that Cheech and Chong pirate joke thing? Do you guys remember that? Let me see if I can.
Not a clue.
Cheech and Chong did a whole gay pirate spoof.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
I had no idea. The only thing I've ever seen by them is Up in Smoke.
Really? They have so many great movies. Up in Smoke's fun, but Nice Dreams is also hilarious.
Yeah.
Now, I have seen the one with Cheech in it, but Chong's not in it. But it's the one Shrimp on the Barbie.
Right. That was that was barely not even a comedy. That was mostly him, doing like a straight movie where he was just a Mexican in Australia. Yeah.
Yes.
Hooking up with a chick way out of his league.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's called Still Smoking. I'm trying to think of I'm trying to get that.
Could be. I know I've seen them all, but I've normally been in I don't know what kind of state, but you know what I mean.
Right.
They all kind of blur into one.
HT Productions has a joke. What's a pirate's favorite word? Booty? I don't know. What is a pirate's favorite
word? I know what a pirate's favorite letter is.
R.
R. I'm gonna find the gay pirate spoof, and I'll send you a link on Twitter.
Yes, yes.
Because it's I mean they do the whole thing where they're actually like on a boat, and it's just the lines are hilarious. It's just way over the top. I tried to Google it. And the only thing I got was Queer Wars, which
Oh dear.
which is like it's more of a spoof on
Star Wars?
on Star Wars. Yeah, exactly. But not Han Solo. It's Han Solo.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course, because he's using his hands. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what came up when I Googled it. So it's but there's a pirate one. It's just, and when you watch it, you'll be like, it'll probably give you ideas because it's so funny.
Yes, yes. Please let me, when you find it, send that over to me so I can watch it. Because like I said, I didn't watch a lot of Cheech and Chong. Like, I know obviously anybody that is alive and knows who they are, but I only watched the one movie with them.
Yeah. You know what you need to do? It's not even that expensive, but it's definitely worth the money. Do you have an iPhone or anywhere that? Yeah. Okay. Then you need to go to the iTunes store and get Cheech and Chong's greatest hits. Download the whole album.
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
The whole album. Yes. Download the whole album. And when you have an hour of free time, or when you're driving or something like that, pop it in and listen. You will pee yourself. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I might have to do that.
And you will always have the marijuana song stuck in your head forevermore.
That's not all. You'll have all kinds of stuff stuck in your head. The whole Dave joke will be classic.
Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here. The Sister Mary Elephant. Oh man. Class, shut up.
Yeah. And then after that, download the Derek and Clive, everything they've ever done. Do that.
But yeah, definitely the greatest hits, Cheech and Chong. That album is you have to have. It is an absolute must. If it's a lot of just like drug humor and just silliness character stuff, but it will rip a stitch in your gut. It is so funny.
Nice. Yes, I will. I would definitely. I'm actually going to write it down so I don't forget.
Yeah.
And
there's song Basketball Jones. Basketball Jones. Basketball Jones. Here's a Basketball Jones. Oh baby.
Yeah.
Here's a Basketball Jones. So many things. Blind Melon Chitlin. I want to go downtown. I'm going to see my gal, y'all. I'm going to sing her a song. I'm going to show her my ding dong.
Oh, no. This pen had sticky on it where I spilled Coke on my desk the other day, and I guess I didn't wipe down the pen good enough.
At least it's not Gorilla Glue again.
No.
Again.
I had a little issue making that costume with the hot glue gun.
Well, we didn't get to 75, but we're past 2 hours. So, but somebody else will pick it up. I'm sure somebody.
Of course. And no, thank you guys. This has been awesome, and thank you to everybody in the chat. Y'all are great.
Yeah, thank you to the chat. Everybody showing up. Dom commented a heckle. He was telling us, he clarified here. It wasn't Beatty Saw. It was Texas Beauty Saw Massacre.
I love it.
Yeah, now that makes a lot more sense.
Did he ever come back with what a dinosaur's favorite word is?
Pirate.
Can be R, but it's really the C.
The C.
The C. The letter. Favorite R. The favorite R. The C. Yeah.
Oh! I get it. I see what you did.
I see what you did.
Yes, I see what you did. Love it.
Yeah, that's like those jokes we used to tell when we were kids, where you spell pig and then say funny.
Mm-hmm.
Spell pig backwards. Sorry, spell pig backwards and say the word and say funny. Yeah, yeah, extremely childish stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
okay.
God, I just did it.
That's okay.
That one never made it over here.
You know
Damn
what's funny? What's funny is when you have somebody do that joke and they don't get it, they just say
Yeah.
it out loud and they're like what's the joke? I don't get it. It's like okay, yeah, all righty then. All right, so thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, chat, for showing up. Everybody came. It's so fun hanging out with you guys. We definitely have to do this more. It's like
Yeah.
you know, it's always nice just to hang out with good friends. You know, that's always fun. So.
Yeah, man.
And so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. And everybody, take care. And we will see you next time on Indie Comics Interviews. Thanks for coming, and buy yourself a copy of Wart the Wizard.
Yeah.
2.
Do it now.
Do it now. Do it now. Okay.
Well.